The variance of a random variable is the expected value of its square distance to the mean. If we take the mean as the reference point, then the variance measures how far off a typical observation is from this reference point. Note that the square is inside the expectation. If we take the expectation first and then square, we would get 0. The variance has a number of nice properties. Variance of x plus c is the variance of x. Variance of c times x is c squared times the variance of x. This is true for all real numbers c, positive and negative. Let's see why this is true. If I translate x by a constant, then the mean also shifts by the same constant, and so the square distance between a typical point and my center of mass is still the same. If I scale x by a constant c, then the mean scales by c. The typical distance also scales by c, but the square of the distance scales by c squared. Variance is not linear. It is common to consider the square root of the variance. This is called the standard deviation and often denoted sigma. Here is a little exercise. The variance is extremely useful in probability because of the following fact. If x and y are independent, then variance of x plus y equals variance of x plus the variance of y. In general, if x1 up to xn is a sequence of independent random variables, then the variance of the sum is the sum of the variance. Here's an exercise. Let x bar be the sample mean of a distribution with mean mu, standard deviation sigma. What is expected value of x bar, the variance of x bar, in terms of mu and sigma? By linearity of expectation, expected value of the sample mean is just expected value of x, which is mu. The variance of the sample mean is 1 over n squared times the variance of the sum. Because the terms are independent, this is n times the variance of a single term, and therefore variance of the sample mean is 1 over n times sigma squared. This says when we take averages of many trials, we lower the variance. Here is another exercise. Suppose I have a coin that lands heads with probability p. I don't know what p is, but I can estimate it by, let's say, toss the coin many times. Suppose I toss the coin 10,000 times. And suppose I saw that the coin land heads 200 out of 10,000 times. What should be my best guess for p, and how far off am I?